it that way. So apologies for the technical glitches. Once again, not really sure what's happening on Facebook, but hopefully we can stay live so that I can answer your questions live. And if for some reason I miss your questions while we're live or while I'm recording right now, then I'll definitely come back and make sure to respond. So let me just walk you through a couple of really quick hitter things. Here's what is happening. This morning, we actually shared a press release to talk a little bit about some of the changes that are going to be made with Mindfully Marketing. So currently our page here is called Mindfully Marketing, and over the past year or so we've been branded in that way, really focused on working with service providers in terms of just like mindset and making sure that your marketing is intentional and purposeful. And in the process, we've discovered that we had a real penchant, even though you can barely see that right now. We have a knack for creating video. And so one of the things, or one of the most frequent things that we're often asked about, okay, Michelle, thank you. One of the things that we're most frequently asked about is how to actually do more video in a purposeful way. And what I mean by that is in a way that you're not feeling like you have to be some type of professional videographer, because that's not the point. But it's the point of how do you insert video as another tool, another part of your arsenal when it comes to marketing your business and promoting yourself and reaching the audience that you want to reach. And so we really at Mindfully Marketing have had some come to the table meetings about whether or not it makes sense to just fully embrace this whole idea and concept of video. And I will tell you that that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to ask you this question. The question is, what if you were feeling a lot more confident about using video in your business? What if you had steps and strategies and worksheets and really checklists or any type of tools that could help you to really figure out practical ways that you could use video without becoming a pro designer? If you had that, would that change your business right now? Because I know that we all have been hearing how much video is going to be impactful right now and into the future, as well as podcasting too. So a lot of people are taking their videos, their visual videos, and turning those into audio podcasts. There's a reason for that. There's a lot of intention behind the way that you are able to repurpose live stream video in particular into multiple pieces of content. So we're going to talk about that only if you can give me time to. I know I can't give you the gift of time to be able to do these videos, but I can in a way, because what my purpose and goal is in terms of the changes that we're going to be making for 2020 is to really create shortcuts for you. So there's a lot of things, a lot of mistakes that I've made over the last year in regards to video and other things. But ultimately, I can tell you right now that in the end, it has been well worth the time invested. And once you create a system and you've simplified how you do things, it just makes it so much better. And that's what I want to teach people how to do. So our press release, I'll kind of pull it up for you real quick here so that you can see it. And hopefully switching to a browser. Do you tackle camera shyness? Myra, that is an excellent question. And yes, that's one of the biggest things that we're going to talk about, because I'm going to share with you kind of a list of things, what Get Noticed with Video, which is our new name, what we're going to focus on, and then what it isn't. I'm going to walk you through what it is and what it isn't, but that is an excellent question. Let me share with you really briefly the press release so that you can kind of see that and get a feel for what we're going to be doing. So here's the press release, and basically it went out this morning. We talked about Mindfully Marketing, or the title is Mindfully Marketing is rebranding on social media as Get Noticed with Video. And so with this comes a number of different changes, but ultimately Get Noticed with Video is going to offer a unique perspective and step-by-step tactics for service providers to use both live and pre-recorded video to promote your services and get more visibility. And so we're going to be offering new training. I'll share with you kind of a really quick hidden demo. You can't show anybody else or tell anyone else, but I'm going to show you a demo of my new training center in just a few minutes. We're going to have community calls and live stream events like we've been doing over the past year, excuse me, but with some adjustments too. We're going to also offer some one-on-one coaching, which we've been doing and doing successfully with entrepreneurs to help you create systems that will help you to do more video in your business and save time, Michelle. So that's one of the biggies, is we want to save some time. All right, all for systems and to make it doable. Yes, 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 yes. Great. So that's the recap of the public version of the press release, but I kind of wanted to really personally walk you through some of the things that this will do in terms of benefits for you, because it's all of what I'm doing right now is because I feel like there has been a need to fill a gap. There's a group of people who are wonderful when it comes to marketing with video, and then there's a group of people who say that they are great with marketing with video. But in the center of all of that, there are those who have a need to work with someone one-on-one or to work with someone in a close way who understands that their business is not the video, right? Because a lot of times, even when I was doing the research over the past couple of years with video, I would run into people who want to turn me into some type of professional videographer, where I then pay someone $600 to $1,000 a month for editing and doing all these different things. And it took my focus away from the business of what I do. And so what I don't want is for you to think that this is about taking over your service provider business and becoming something that it's like now you have a second and a third job. What we want to do again is to integrate video into your current marketing strategy so that you can serve more people in the way that you are an expert. I apologize. I'm still getting over this cough. It's been several weeks now. But we want to make sure that you are equipped to be able to know exactly how to put process. Yes, I'm excited too. Live and pre-recorded tactics. Yeah, I want to show you both because live streaming is great when it works. But then there are going to be those times when you need to do a pre-record, which we were about to do if this thing did not stay. We'd like to see it really work for service-based business. I know. That's the thing. So a lot of the people who are talking about video marketing, they have a great niche and they're working with others and teams of people who want to become video marketers. I don't want to turn you into a video marketer. I want you to be an absolutely amazing service provider who also includes video in their marketing. There is a difference. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on. Thank you so much for that prayer. I take that and I accept it, Myra. Thank you. So meanwhile, in regards to the topic, so let me ask you this, and you can put whatever comes to your mind in the comments. My question is, what's on your wish list when it comes to video for 2020? Have you even been thinking about it? Is it something that's on your mind and you're kind of wondering, you know what, if I could have anything I wanted at this moment to help me to do better with video, this would be the one thing. Enter that into the comments. I want to hear from you on that. Now, 3 things that are the big changes. The first is that we're going to be starting fresh with a new name, and it is Get Noticed with Video instead of Mindfully Marketing. So I am full-blown diving into video content strategy because I believe that that is definitely a gift. I believe that I also have this knack for taking technology and breaking it down into more simplified terms. And it was getting to be a little bit incongruent with Mindfully Marketing as the title and the focus because people did not quite understand what I did. I did more generalist work when it came to content marketing strategy. What I want to do now is to really specialize so that those of you who are truly trying to get some traction when it comes to this particular type of content have a go-to person. I struggled with the idea of changing the name, and I struggled with the idea of starting a brand new Facebook page, which is what we're doing. But there are a couple of reasons why, and I wonder if this is going to resonate with any of you because some of you have probably run into similar situations or challenges when it comes to Facebook. So first of all, I did make a request several times for my name to be changed because I knew that at least for the past 6 months or more, we've been focusing on video. And to have to try to go and beg and get permission from Facebook to do that was really kind of bothering me a little bit. So ultimately, I made the decision to move and change and start a new page, even though I'm almost at 2,000 here now. One of the reasons why I decided to move is because I want to take back ownership of my own brand. I can rebuild an audience and build a more relevant audience, an audience that is absolutely uniquely interested in this particular topic. So I don't have a problem with that. Secondly, I wanted to make sure that there was clarity of branding because when it comes to your name, your title, and I want you all to think about this too as business owners moving into 2020. You want to make sure that you've planted a flag somewhere. I say this all the time to my clients. Plant your flag and stand by it because that gives people an opportunity to find you versus you having to jump off the hill and the mountain and try to go find everybody else. You've planted your flag and you've said, this is what I'm a specialist at. And it makes it easier, especially when it comes to planning and budgeting for your marketing dollars. So another reason why I wanted to do this is because of what I said earlier. I think that it is a way to stand out and to make sure that those of you who are really just, you're kind of putting your toe in the water, but then you get afraid because you're not quite sure that you want to become a video marketer, but you do want to use video in your marketing. For those of you who are in that space, you need someone too. So I want to be that solution. And then finally, this is kind of a fun one. I really felt like it was probably time to reorganize. So what better way to reorganize than to start fresh? Instead of going into the closet and trying to move stuff around, I'm just going to start or open a new closet. And by that, what I mean is for 2020, as we begin to do our weekly live streams, I will code them numerically, just like in a podcast. So it'll be easier for people to find. And if I need to redirect someone to a particular topic, it'll be easier to have, here's the title. And at the end, it says 003. So you type in 003 and you find that episode. So there are definitely some reasons ultimately why I decided to move the page. And you are more than welcome. You're invited to go and join now because I have opened it up as of this week at Get Noticed with Video. So we'll be broadcasting live there instead of in the Mindfully Marketing page starting in January. Let's see. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, is that I want to help people with the pain of camera-itis. I know that sounds silly, but a lot of us are afraid of being on camera. And so to the point that was asked earlier, we absolutely have to find our way around that because there are people that need to hear and see you. There are people that need your message. They need the solutions that you have to share, and you've got to push past the fear to be able to get out there and be more visible. Losing it again. Oh, thank you. All right, so what it is and what it isn't. So here's the second thing. We're going to be revealing a brand new training center. So I'll show you in just a second what that looks like, but you'll be able to learn the basics. Again, I'm talking about the essentials of video creation and development and how best to use that in your marketing strategy. This is for, I'm going to tell you who it's for and who it's not for. It's for entrepreneurs whose main focus is on building your business and providing your services. That's your main focus. Your main focus is not about content marketing. Your main focus is about serving your clients in the best way, in the most unique way that you can, because they can only get you from you. So I don't want to take away from that by teaching you to become a video marketer. I do want you to be able to use video in your marketing strategy. So it's for entrepreneurs whose main focus is still on building your business and doing service. It's for those who would like to have more confidence on camera. It's for those who need to start with the basics. I am very much an introvert, so I tend to attract a lot of introverts as my clientele. So if that is you and you find yourself like kind of pulling back and processing everything internally, then I'm probably a really good person for you. And if you're an extrovert, I have a way of being able to adjust and to let you talk and to process it out loud too, so we can work through that as well. I've worked with both sides. It's about providing step-by-step practical strategies. So what you'll find is that often in my classes and courses and training, I do get into what's the why behind the why. So not just here's what you do, but also here's why you're doing it, and here's some steps to help you to do it faster and better. What it isn't, it is not for people who are seeking advanced videographer skills. What I will do for those of you who graduate from the different programs and certifications and other things that we have coming up is I want you to continue, if you choose to become a more advanced video marketer, if that's what you choose to do. And so I will be partnering with various resources. And I have a lot of colleagues in the video marketing space who are advanced. So I will definitely be sending you and sharing with you those resources if you want to continue to learn and to grow beyond what we'll provide at Get Noticed with Video. It's not for people who want done-for-you services, because I'm not creating videos for people. I have done that in the past with social media marketing as well as videos, but that's not what I'm choosing to do at this time. I love to teach. I love strategy. I love coaching. And so those are the things I'm passionate about doing, and I'm sticking with that in 2020. So think about that again as it applies to your own business. What is it that you're super passionate about? Just because somebody else said that everybody's doing X doesn't mean that that's where you should go. Especially for those of us who are maturing in our years, it's more important than ever that we embrace our passions and that we do what we know we're being led to do. And so I'm led to teach and to coach and to provide strategy. But I do not do done-for-you services, so we won't add that, at least not in 2020. That's not the intention. Okay, the third thing, and then I'll share my little quick demo, is that we're going to develop community around the topic of getting started with video. So we're going to basically, this is still in flux, and I love the idea of groups, but I also know that I'm not necessarily fond of always trying to generate conversation constantly without purpose. So what we may be doing is building communities around the specific topics that we talk about in each of the courses. So for instance, I'm going to be teaching a webinar as a launch for this particular program for Get Noticed with Video. Our official launch will be December 30th. And so I'm going to be doing a webinar called 3 Secrets to Use Zoom Video Like a Boss. So I'm going to do a deeper dive into how you can use Zoom, the platform Zoom, because a lot of you probably use it, but you don't know that there's all these hidden gifts built into Zoom that you can use to create more video. So I'm going to share that in that webinar. And so as an example, if we were to do a class on something like that topic, the community would be focused on that particular topic so we can go even deeper. Not necessarily just having community in a group just for purposes of you having to check in one more place, because I know you all are probably members of multiple groups like I am. Sometimes it can be a time drain. Okay, so let's share a really quick demo. First, I'm going to check and see video creation and development. Boom. From both sides. Yes. Introvert, extrovert, and extrovert, introvert. Yes. I know the feeling. Absolutely. I kind of or not fear, but I feel myself in that space sometimes too, Myra. I see an earlier comment too. Yep. Plant a flag somewhere and stand by it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I'm going to share with you really quickly a quick demo of the site so that you can see what it looks like. By site, I mean, first what I'll do is I'll share with you the Get Noticed with Video site, and then I'll show you where the training center is going to be so that you'll know exactly where you'll be going, because you and I are going to be spending some time together in 2020 getting ready for more video. All right, so let's do a browser switch. So this is getnoticedwithvideo.com, and it's been up for some time now, for a few months. So we do have certain blog posts and everything in here. You have an option to also be able to get access to my free video scripts, which you'll see right here at the bottom left. But then when you go into programs in the future, this is not yet open, so a lot of this stuff is not quite active, but we're going to have practical video courses. So inside of this training center, you'll be able to actually view various courses that are available to you. Some of these course titles may sound familiar to some of you who have taken them before, but this is still all part of my entire brand. So you'll be able to return to the main site from here. We're going to be diving in and doing some really amazing stuff with this. I still will have coaching services available as well. We've got our toolbox with resources that will help you for creating more video. There's just a lot of really good stuff that's coming. So I'm super, super excited. Is that a real background behind you? It is a green screen background. So I've chosen to put up a green screen for today, but I don't always do that. I love when I get that question. That's one of the things we're going to talk about, excuse me, in the Zoom video webinar. I'm going to talk about the secret to using green screen, even if you don't have a green screen with Zoom. So lots coming up with that. All right. My course platform right now that I'm moving to, for me, it is brand new. It's called New Zenler, Zenler. And if you'd like to know more about it, just send me a quick message and I'll shoot you a link so that you can get some information about them. But so far, I'm loving it. It has really amazing features and benefits too. We'll have to walk through that at some point for sure. All right. The final thing I wanted to share with you, I think there was one more thing before I let you go. And I definitely, again, want to know what's on your wish list. So even if you're watching the replay, let me know what's on your wish list for video in 2020, because I'm interested in knowing. If I can't provide it for you, then absolutely, I told you that I have resources and I will share them with you if you need to know something or to have something that I can't provide. Actually, I think that's it. Those were the three main things. I wanted to share that we're starting fresh with a new name, and our new site, our new page rather, is at Get Noticed with Video, and that's in Facebook. We also have our brand on Twitter, Get Noticed Video. We had to take out the word with so it would fit. We're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're everywhere that people are. LinkedIn, we're not quite doing live streams yet. We will look into that strategy a little later. I have so much more fun on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube that's where we're going to spend the bulk of our time. So, all right. I think that's it. So I'm going to invite you. I'll share 3 links with you. Actually, 2 links. The first is getnoticed.link/webinar. So if you want to get signed up for the December 30th webinar to learn more about Zoom, I'll be advertising and sharing more about that as the weeks go through. But getnoticed.link/webinar. And then also the other link I wanted to share with you is simply the Facebook page. So if you go to facebook.com/getnoticedwithvideo and go ahead and like the page and follow there, that way you can be updated. What we're also going to do is to make available to those of you who like to receive reminders, we're going to make a texting option available to you, which you actually can find if you are watching any of my preview videos through your email. I usually send those probably about an hour or so before I do each of my live stream events, which is part of my system, which we want to talk about for you. What's your system look like? But in my system, I try to make sure people have a little bit of a preview of what we're going to talk about before we go live. So not strategies, but specialties. Okay. Clarity or targeted market impact. Yeah, all of those different things. Super, super duper. Getnoticed.link/webinar. Thank you for typing that in there for me. That is the webinar. So get signed up so that you can learn more about how to use Zoom video. It's right before New Year's Eve. So we're going to bring in New Year's with a boom when it comes to video. I am so excited about this, and I just hope that you can see that and hear that I'm really wanting to help. And if there is a way that I can help you to do more video in a practical way that suits you, suits your personality, fits your brand, and helps you to reach more of the people who are your audience, if I can help you do that, then that's a big old win. Big win. All right. It was wonderful, wonderful to meet you, Myra, to say hi to you, Michelle, and to those of you who are watching the replay, because I know we got cut off a couple of different times and lost a few people there. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you back next week. All right, take care.